Sekejap sir.
Ni geng puasa 9 hari tak? Zulhijjah.
InsyaAllah sir.
9 hari Zulhijjah tak puasa. Sampai hari Arafah.
Okay. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, I'll be presenting for my group, which is group 6. The title is Current Issues in Satellite Communication. So, firstly is the introduction. Okay, what is the satellite? Satellite is a communication that involves the usage of satellite to relay a signal between the point on Earth, which this involves the act of relay station receiving signal from one location and transmit to another, and lastly is to facilitate the global communication. Okay, why is satellite important? Satellite important because it helps for broadcasting, navigation, and finally is the weather forecasting. And throughout the technology development, we also have a few growing reliance, which is for the telecommunication and for the use of satellite in disaster management. Next is the current landscape of our orbit type of satellite. We have three main, which is LEO or low Earth orbit, which range between the altitude of 160 to 2000 kilometers, which have a characteristic of lower latency, require more satellite for continuous coverage. Secondly is MEO or medium Earth orbit, which range from the altitude of 2000 to 35,786 kilometers, which it is between the LEO and GEO and cover a more moderate coverage and latency. And finally, we have the GEO or geostationary orbit, which in the range of 35,786 kilometers above. So it is a satellite that in a fixed position relative to Earth and ideal for any sort of signal that regional coverage. Next, we have the example of satellite and their orbit. As you can see, we have three types, which I said before, which is the low, medium, and high. So we have a few different name or different example of the satellite, which you can see for GEO, we have the graveyard orbit, which is 3,000 kilometers above. And then for the medium, we have the GPS, Galileo, and for the LEO, we have the Iridium, the ISS, and finally the Hubble and Inner Van Allen belt. Okay, so key challenge for this topic, which we consist of two, which the first is technical hurdles, and secondly is the economical and regulatory issue. So first is technical hurdles. Okay, what is the challenge for satellite in our current environment? So first is latency. So a lot of our our use of internet based on our latency we receive from the satellite. So this signal will impact the real life application of anything we use. So particularly in LEO, use a lot, which we use for a lot of our communication. And then we have the space debris, which the increasing number of satellite will increase the threat of collision with any of the debris in the space, which the effort is also included in active debris removal for our future plan for a better placement of satellite. Then we have cyber security, which our satellite as well as our any mobile device also is vulnerable to hacking, signal jamming, and finally is spoofing any necessity security measure. And finally, we have interference. So managing signal disrupt from other satellite or terrestrial sources is a significant challenge. And next we have the economical and regulatory issue. Okay, first and foremost is the cost. Okay, for satellite manufacturing, launching, and maintenance, we need a very high expense. Next, we have the competitive. So the use of satellite also have a rivalry for terrestrial network for 5G, which offer more lower latency and higher bread bandwidth in certain area. Next, we have spectrum allocation. So each satellite have their limited availability of frequency band for satellite use and complexity of international coordination. And finally, we have the regulatory hurdles, which is to navigate the international agreements, space law, evolving regulation on risk mitigation, and finally, the responsible satellite operation regarding the use and the application of satellite in each region or each country. Next, I'll pass to Ikmal.
Assalamualaikum. Boleh dengar eh? Dulu. For emerging trends and opportunities, first folio mega constellations, concept massive networks of small satellites, example of Starlink and OneWeb, is aiming to provide global broadband coverage. For benefits, it is lower latency, increased capacity, and reduced cost per bit compared to traditional satellites. For challenge, increased space debris race, regulatory concerns, and potential impact on astronomy. For technological advancement, optical communications using lasers for data transmission offers higher data rates, improves security, and reduce interference. For other technologies, advancements in satellite miniaturization, propulsion systems, and AI-powered satellite management. For new applications, Internet of Things (IoT), satellites connect remote remote IoT device, enabling applications in agriculture, logistics, and environmental monitoring. Remote sensing, satellite imagery, and data are used for Earth observation, disaster management, and urban planning. Emerging markets, satellites can bridge the digital divide and provide connectivity to underserved areas. Next slide. For conclusion, uh, or recap, satellite communications face challenge like latency, space debris, cybersecurity issues, high cost, and regulatory complexities. However, opportunities such as LEO mega constellations, optical communications, and new IoT application present significant potential. On future outlook, the future of satellite communications is promising, with expected growth and innovation enhancing global connectivity and technological advancement. These developments will revolutionize communication and information management, especially in underserved areas. On call to action, we encourage you to explore satellite communications further, support relevant initiatives, and consider career opportunities in this dynamic field. Stay informed and involved to be part of this transformative journey in global connectivity. That's all from us.
Good job. Alhamdulillah. Uh, Itu tamatlah kita all chapters. ITT 640. So any question? You have any question?
No, sir.
Okay. So let me close our class today with tasbih kifarah and surat al-as. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal 'asri al-insana lafi khusr illa allazina amanu wa 'amilus solihati wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sama.